What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Give me your thing. Hey, 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 more. Come on, shake, come on. Give me your thing. Hey, 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 more. Big girls like do the round. Fat girls like do the round. Woo. Fat girls, let me see you grind. Woo. Fat girls just doing their own thing right there with the fat thing. Fat girls just shaking them thighs. Fat girls don't make it count.
Excuse me.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash?
But you like fat girl, hit the ground. Hit it up, and you hear that sound. Fat girl just looking so sweet. Fat girl don't make it easy. Fat girl just shake it, don't break. Big girl, let me see you do a spin. Let go, let me see you touch the ground. Shake it up, back down. Drop me and then the house. Ride it out, ride it out. Work it, work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like you around. Fat girl keep going, don't quit. Fat girl just move the damn hip. Fat girl get down, don't stop. Fat girl wanna see the pop. Shake it, fat girl, shake it fast. Fat girl, nigga wanna see that. Fat girl bounce like a pro. Fat girl don't know what you know. Fat girl shake, till you rip through what? On the web, that's hard part two. Lips and outs, y'all know the game. Fat girl don't have no shame. Shake that ass, bounce to the beat. Fat girl shake it, jiggle like me. St. Louis, back to the top. Fat girl like to do the ride. Work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like do the dance. Hey, 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 more hey. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 more hey. Big girls like do the dance. Shake, work, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake. Put it down, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
I'm sick of this. Now I want to show y'all a real show with the big girls.
Oh, fat girl, part 3. Can't hang with 100% beat. Fat girl, know that happen. Don't quit. Fat girl, run like you own it. Put your hands on your hips and grip it. Nothing new, I'm loose like it off the that. Fat girl, bring through the top of the climb. If not, I'ma pull the business down. Fat girl, bounce hot, stop tripping. If you do, get chicken and hot bitch. With a lot right, come to the night speed. I really shit, get the dead in the well cheese. But fat girl, show the boy a shot. Let me see if the fat or not. Don't put fat girl, y'all like the down. Let you out, let me see y'all do the rap.
I'm serious. Where you are? Not the Elvira. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your wings are so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Work it, work it, work it. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Hey, yo, welcome to another edition of The Luke Show, the podcast. You get to see in its entirety, no commercials, no bullshit, no fluff, no nothing. Call someone, tell someone, let them know yours truly, Uncle Luke, is live right now with the Dallas Cowboys and my man Lenny Harris in the back. Yeah, Harlem Grove Tribes up top. We got drinks over there, the Luke Juice. We got Warren Sapp and all them Liberty City Optimist Warriors. 1, 2, 3, War Pride. Yo, check in. Let me know where y'all from in the chat. I want to know where y'all from. I'm going to post where y'all from. As soon as you put your where you from up here, then I'm going to do it just like this. Like my man Johnson right here. I could just put you right there. There go Glow. I can put you right there. Hey, Glow. Hi, Glow. How are you, Glow? How are you doing, Glow? That's my good friend. Glow is my good friend. I fuck with Glow. Glow good peoples. Oh, just like all y'all. Look at that. Look at that. We got Ocala, Florida in here. We got Ocala. I love Ocala. Ocala got some badass women in there. Philly made me want to have a cheesesteak. DC in the building, baby. Hey, listen, man. Naples, Florida, 30 years in Naples. You got a lot of fucking money. There it is. Did the A. I see the A in the building. Brooklyn, New York in the building. See, we got people all over the country up in here. This is a universal show. This thing is universal. Look at it. We got, hey, Vegas. Come on, man. San Fran, Pittsburgh up in here. There go San Fran. Where's Pittsburgh? There go Pittsburgh right there. Pittsburgh. What is that? Pittsburgh, Cali? What are we doing? Marlon, what's up, Marlon? How you feeling? Yo, hold on. Just went international. Germany. We got Germany in the building. Shouts out to Germany. I went to Germany one time on tour with the 2 Live crew. I went to Germany. I went to Frankfurt, Germany. And let me tell you, man, I had such a great time. I stayed in, and I didn't know no better because back then I stayed in some hotel called a Novotel, and them beds was real small. You know, I'm about 6'3". I know most of y'all think I'm a little guy because I be slouching in the chair. They be like, yo, this motherfucker Luke is little. There it is, Glow. The best city in the Northeast, Baltimore, Maryland. Got to be more careful, baby. Got to be more careful. Look at that. Hey, man, stop it. Just stop it. Hey, I'd like to welcome y'all to another edition of the show. We're just going to have fun for the next 45 minutes. I try to be on here 45 minutes. Sometimes I end up on here like an hour and change. And I have I'm not trying to be on here an hour and some change. I'm just trying to be on here, give y'all a little bit of 45 minutes of fun, feel, entertainment, activity, and my perspective along with y'all, because I like y'all to be in the chat to ask questions as I go. I got a lot of shit to cover, so let me just get right to it. Hey, Nico, football, Tennessee. So I was online this weekend. Nico, Tennessee quarterback, if you were living up under a rock, decided he wanted to opt out. Decided he wanted to leave Tennessee. So he said, basically, look, I'm leaving Tennessee. I want to go explore my options. Y'all ain't giving me enough money. I stayed here throughout the spring. I told y'all from the beginning that I wanted to get me a new deal. You guys did not want to give me a new deal. So I'm out. That's college football. That's college football today. You know, it's wide open free agency. There's no rules. There's no regulations. There's NIL, which I love it. There's transfer portals. Kids can transfer whenever given time they want to transfer. They want to go back to the table and renegotiate. They could go back to the table and renegotiate. That's what he did. He negotiated throughout the spring and throughout the fall, because the negotiations don't start yesterday when he decides that he want to leave. He then decided, hey, look, this ain't going nowhere. I'm the 9th paid player. You just gave a dude from Tulane. He goes over to Duke and he gets $4 million a year, $8 million. You got a guy in Carson Beck. He goes to Miami. He can't even throw the fucking football. He gets $4 million and another $2 million and more NIL money. Meanwhile, Nico over there getting what, $2-3 million. Guys around here getting $8 million. So I got people all online want to jump on me. Luke, you wrong, and all this, and you wrong. Why are you thinking that he should be able to get more money than what he's getting? Well, God damn it, that's the market. I always ask these people when they get on here and they go to saying, hey, look, well, he's just asking for too much money. No, that is the market. Like Fat Joe said, yesterday's price ain't today's price. That's the market. If the market says that you're going to give Carson Beck, a guy who can't throw the ball, across the street, $4 million a year, you're going to get Arch Manning $4 million a year. He never played a snap. Well, he did play a snap in a backup role. He never started. You're going to give a guy from Tulane who actually lost his conference championship game. You're going to give this dude, and what he had, like 20 yards passing? No disrespect to the young guy. I want him to make money. But from Tulane going to Duke, I want Manny Diaz to be successful. I want Manny to be successful. But at the same time, that's what the market, that is the market. It went up. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. So in the free agency market, you have to leverage yourself based on what everybody else is getting paid. And if the portal opens up at the end of the spring, then if you can't come to an understanding as to how you really feel about me and how you feel about a player is what you pay him. It's just like your girlfriend. If you buy your girlfriend one of them little outfits from Forever 21, that's how you feel about her. Now, if you go over there to Neiman Marcus or somewhere and get her a little outfit, then that's how you feel about her. Maybe the head ain't what the head should be. Nico took his team to the playoff. Last time I checked, Cam Ward ain't took his team to the playoff. And none of these guys who are getting ready to be drafted in the first round. But Nico did. So Nico, according to a couple of people online, Nico is supposed to be just sitting there getting peanuts. He's supposed to be the last paid player on the damn in Power 5 football in the toughest conference, by the way. In the toughest conference in college football, the SEC. There are players who are getting ready to be drafted in the first round or possibly drafted in the first 3 rounds as quarterbacks that Nico beat. So y'all want Nico to go out there and play for peanuts? Really? But you know what? Only people be complaining is these white boys out here. I'm going to keep it a buck. When it's time for a brother to go to the table and ask for some more money, all of a sudden, these white boys got shit to say. Just go look at my timeline. Number of white boys. What do you mean? What you mean? Because they automatically feel that a brother should not go back to the table asking for nothing. They should be happy. They should be happy that they're making the money that they're making because they don't supposed to. See, in the world of a lot of white people, they don't think we supposed to make a motherfucking dime. I'm just keeping it a buck. I got white fans on here. They understand. They just feel like you should be happy with what you got because you came from nothing. That's what a lot of them think. A lot of them think that way, that you came from nothing, so you should be happy that you got something. How dare you go back to the table and demand that you want more money? How fucking dare you? But yet and still, you could get Arch Manning, who never started the game, all the bells and whistles. And then you know what they say? You know what to go to when it comes to Arch Manning and comparing them to? Well, Arch Manning, he comes from a name brand family. His family has a name brand. Oh, don't have me messing with this. His family comes from a name brand. He's a Manning. That's going to get me to segue into this. Y'all ain't going to be ready for what the fuck I'm getting ready to say right now. He's a Manning. He's a Manning. It's about the name on the back of his jersey. He comes from the great Peyton Manning family. Well, I'm here to tell you this. I want y'all, I want y'all to think about this shit. Mr. Arch Manning. I want Arch Manning to do good. I want all the kids to do good. But for the sake of this conversation, why Arch Manning ain't getting the same smoke that Shador Sanders got? Oh shit. Sound the fucking alarm. Why Arch Manning ain't getting the same smoke? Hall of Fame daddy. Real visible in the media. Why Arch Manning ain't getting the same smoke that Shador got? I'll wait. I will fucking wait. Why Arch Manning ain't getting posterized everywhere on social media? Why Arch Manning ain't getting all this heat and all this smoke and all this, oh, what Arch Manning gonna do? Oh, what Arch Manning ain't gonna do? The same smoke that Shador got since he was at fucking Jackson State. Y'all tell me that. Or is the jury out? Or is these same white boys online gonna question Arch Manning and his ability? Same situation. Same fucking situation. Peyton Manning, Eli Manning on TV. Yeah, they all button up and on TV and they having fun and talking their shit. I love what they're doing. I love their show. But they're very popular people and they're in the limelight. No different than Deion Sanders. See, Deion Sanders is in the limelight doing him the way he wants to do him, but it ain't us, black people, that's mad at Deion. It's them. They're mad at Deion. They're mad at his son. They're mad at Shador. They're mad at Shiloh. They're mad at the cameraman. They're mad at the daughter. They're mad at his entire existence because he's doing shit the way he wants to do it. He ain't doing it the good old boy way. Prime ain't Prime doing Prime. Prime always did Prime, and Prime will always do Prime. So he gets the heat because he ain't acting like some Oreo, black on the outside, white on the inside. He ain't sold his soul to be acting like he's somebody that he's not. See, that's what they like. Oh, you're too flamboyant. Oh, he's too brash. He's too cocky. He's too this. He's too what? What? I mean, make this shit make sense. If you play sports and you're not cocky and you're not arrogant, wrong game for you. You would get your ass ate up fucking live. Wrong fucking sport. If you are the general manager of the Miami Dolphins and you're interviewing the guy, possibility of drafting him soon, and he's sitting up in there and he comes into your office and you say, why should I draft you? And he said, well, I'm just humble. I'm just nice. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna be here just fucking hanging out and all that. No, you want that motherfucker to come up in the office and, man, why should I draft you? Because I'm the baddest motherfucker that play D tackle. I'm the baddest DB in the fucking draft. And if you don't draft me, you will pay. Because when I get to play your ass, I'm gonna lock your fucking receivers down. When I get to play you, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run my ass around the corner, I'm gonna sack your quarterback and take his motherfucking head off. That's the guy you want drafted. You want to draft him. Tell me you don't want to draft him. Tell me you don't want him on your team. So you got a problem with Shador being cocky and confident and walk with his chest up high? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand this. Make this shit make sense because y'all ain't making it make sense. I'm fucking with Shador. I'm fucking with Cam. I'm fucking with that defense end from Penn State, tight end, and one of them, that D end. I'm going to get motherfuckers who come there and play, who ain't got no tendencies and no problems. Football. And that's where we at, ladies and gentlemen. I just, you know, in the words of Drake, I just think it's funny how it goes. You see, it's a lot of funny shit be going on around. So in my little deranged mind, I just be sitting there chilling, and I be thinking like, Arch Manning, why ain't getting the same smoke as Shador? Shador got smoked day one. Did he ask for it? Because him and his brother is posting like everybody else is posting, and all of a sudden everybody got so much to say about this young man, and some asshole in the NFL is sitting there saying, oh, he's too cocky. Motherfucker, if you don't want a cocky, confident quarterback for your team, that's why all they sorry ass continuously lose. That's why 29 teams find a way to fuck it up every year. You got damn near 70% of the NFL that has not even went to the playoff in the last 20 years, let long as win a playoff game. And that includes my motherfucking Cowboys. I don't know when the last time they went. The Miami Dolphins ain't smelled a fucking playoff win in fucking 20 years. So these people constantly fuck it up. They ain't no fucking experts. All these motherfuckers that's getting ready to draft on draft day don't know a motherfucking thing. And that includes them pundits on TV. They find a way to fuck it up. Why? Because they can't get out their own goddamn way. They hire the wrong fucking general managers. They hire the wrong player personnel. They hire the wrong fucking head coaches, and because they trying to do it for the camera. Everybody trying to do it for the motherfucking camera. Oh, let's go get this little pretty little white boy coach, and he fits the mold, and we're going to hire him, and he's going to take us to a championship. Bullshit. He can't coach his way out of a fucking wet paper bag. You think it's a leader among men? You think these big, greasy motherfuckers is finna listen to this soft-ass coach? Let's keep it a buck. That's why all the old coaches be winning. And if they are, look at this motherfucker. He comes from the Dallas Cowboys. He was at the Atlanta Falcons. He goes to Washington Redskins, get a quarterback. I call him the Redskins. Fuck that. Y'all get mad at me. He goes to the Washington Redskins, and he takes his team deep into the playoffs in the first year. Oh, fucking coach. Motherfucker over there in goddamn Kansas City. He stays somewhere by the money. Old fucking coach. Not no baby, no goddamn 12-year-old coaching. You know, fucking 12-year-old coach. You got to have a leader amongst men to still coach and be successful in the NFL. Now, you can hire these old little pretty boys, motherfuckers who look good or who look like they could be the owner's son-in-law and shit like that. But your team is going to lose. The NFL is designed around your sorry-ass team losing. I know y'all sitting there tripping right now. Y'all like, this nigga, he just ruining our day. No. When you go to an NFL game, right? Let's take the Miami Dolphins. When you go, the NFL is a unique situation. What the NFL does is they don't depend on the average fan like back in the days. They have the airlines, hotels, the ticket brokers, all on half of the tickets that are being sold by these NFL teams are sold to brokers who put this fucking ticket on sale for the visiting team. That's why when you go in the NFL stadium on any given Sunday, the stadium is full, half full with the opposing team fans. They got some slick shit going on in the NFL. So it is not about your team winning. They're going to win regardless at the gate and at the concession stand, because your sorry ass team is going to be sorry as fuck. And you're going to be a diehard fan. And then the team that's coming in, they're going to bring their fucking fans in there. 9 times out of 10, they're winning. They got a chance. And they're going to enjoy the weekend in your nice little town or your beautiful Disneyland ass fucking stadium. and they're going to win. Unlike college football. Totally different. They got these redneck towns in the SEC, trailer parks and shit. They ain't got shit to do but to go to a fucking game regardless. I'm just keeping it a buck. Don't fucking shoot the messenger. It is what it is. You're going to go to Athens, Georgia, and Bumfuck, Georgia, and you're going to go watch the Bulldogs because that's all you got in life. You're going to leave your trailer park and you're going to fucking watch the fucking Bulldogs. You're going to go to fucking Gainesville and you're going to watch the fucking Gators because you have no fucking life. You're going to go in fucking Mississippi, Oxford, Confederate flags flying all over the fucking place, and you're going to watch your fucking team because you have nothing else to do in life but look at that ugly ass, fat ass, pork eating wife. Hey, and sit on there and look at Fox News and be cheering for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we love you. Fuck it. We love you, Donald. Get it right. Fucking deport everybody. I don't give a fuck. Come on. Get the flag out. Meanwhile, then we'll tune into the nigger show on ESPN early on in the morning to see the niggers. We're gonna look at the niggers and then look at the redneck come on after the niggers. We're gonna look at Stephen A. Smith, him and his team of the niggers, and they're gonna be sitting up there talking about other niggers. Fuck it. They're going to be talking about LeBron all day. Fucking LeBron. We love those niggers because they talk about niggers. We like niggers who talk about niggers. So I'm having too much fun today. Meanwhile, hey, look at man. I love Stephen A. That's my guy. I fuck with Stephen A. Meanwhile, speaking of Stephen A. Smith, before we get to the NBA playoffs, Stephen A. Run for president. I would love to see that. Run for fucking president, Stephen A. If you say all these big donors are calling you up and say run for president, do it. Do it. Do it for the country. But you're going to have to figure out how to get them fucking rednecks to vote for your ass. Because motherfucking rednecks in trailer park who still beating their wives, which I don't condone that shit because that shit is all wrong. They're fucking not going to vote for a nigger regardless. That's why we're in the shit we're in right now. The nigger woman was the best thing in the world. They're going to throw me clean off this motherfucker here. They are going to throw me clean off here because I'm telling the truth. Are they going to come for me? I got the fucking garage door open. Y'all bitches come get me. I need to be got. But Stephen A. ain't serious. All serious notes. I think Stephen A. would be a good candidate for president. See, Stephen A. is like me. He don't give a fuck. He doesn't really give a fuck. You know, like me. If I decide to run, which I might decide to run for Congress, I'm telling y'all that right here. There's a strong possibility. Last time I was thinking about it, but I didn't have my affairs in order and the way I needed to have it in order because I learned some things, you know, in the fourth quarter with 1 minute left on the clock. I learned some things about, hey, look, if you fucking win, you can't you got to put all your shit into a trust. I did not have a trust set up. The people who were pushing me, they didn't tell me that fucking part. They didn't tell me the part that, hey, look, anything over $30,000, you have to go to the ethics committee. And I'm like, holy fuck. Y'all gonna pay me $146,000 and then I'm gonna have to pay for my own room and board and all this shit. And then I got all these fucking bills in Miami. I got big houses and shit, and I got cars, and I got my son is in private school and baseball and all this shit. So I learned a lot of things before running. Now, I was right there. I got to fucking check the checkbook. I got the account. All I had to do is write the fucking check to the state and get on the ballot. That's how close I was. But, that's why it's very important when you do this. And Stephen A., before you do this, don't wait too late. Dot your I's, cross your T's, get all the information before you decide to run. Because running for federal, it sounds all beautiful and all that, but you got to have your affairs in order. You got to have your trust and all that, and you got to have things in order, because you sit up there and you say, well, damn, how the fuck does all these congressmen and senators, they're millionaires and they went in and they got millions. Well, they set shit up a certain type of way. I had not did that. That's why this is the first time I talk about it. And that's why I did not decide to run for office at that time, because I had not had all my affairs in order. I had not had the trust established. I had everything done. I had not, and I'm sitting up there. When you talk about having a trust, you got to fucking, who's going to be the trustee? The 13-year-old, the 15-year-old? My son? And I was like, hey, buddy, you wanna be the trustee of the company? All our companies and all. He said, Dad, I need to play baseball. Let me be a baseball player. Let me see how this shit works before you put me to work. You know what I'm saying? And when it's a trust and you have a trustee, it all lines up. You have to trust someone. And right now, to be honest, there's only one person in this world that I trust, and that is the 15-year-old. And so, again, that's how that worked. Puff Daddy is getting ready to go to court. So a lot of things going to happen in that. It's not going to be good. Flies flying around. Because I'm the shit. Hey, look. I don't normally speak on this Puff Daddy situation, but I'm going to just say this. I'm happy the brother is getting his opportunity to go into court. I mean, we've heard a lot of shit. We've heard 1,000 different things, 1,000 different stories about whether he's guilty, whether he's not guilty. We've heard stories about him having these freak offs and the freak parties, who was at the party, who didn't show up at the party. Listen, him flying girls in, and that's illegal to fly girls in from different strip clubs around the country. And a lot of us, a lot of people are like, okay, a lot of people got hate for Puff Daddy for their own reasons. Granted, whether they had any intertwining with him, we all do agree, along with him, that was wrong what he did to Cassidy in the elevator. I don't give a fuck what a woman do, what a woman say. Even if a woman put hands on you, you do not, under no circumstances, put your hands on a woman. Under no circumstance. So if he's guilty of anything, he's definitely guilty of that. But all the other shit, we don't know. We do not have any idea. It all plays itself out in court. Unfortunately, in federal court, you do not have cameras going in. It does look bad for him. I'm sorry, because the feds have a 99.1% conviction rate. There are some people who beat the feds, which, again, like I say, we're going to be getting bits and pieces of the actual story by whatever newscaster or whatever person that comes out of the courtroom to explain to us what the fuck happened. So you're going to have to put this shit together. Don't sit there and believe what these people say, because most of these people want him to go to jail. They're always looking for somebody to go to jail. They're always looking for something wrong. If he did it, and if that jury decides that he did the things that he's done, and they've heard the case, then okay, that's the system, and that is how it works. Hopefully, his people present a case, the state present their case, and you let it all fall into what it falls into. But again, and I know ain't nothing good come out the butt, but I don't see people getting convicted for flying some goddamn strippers. I don't see nobody getting convicted for flying strippers from one state to the next, because motherfuckers is doing that today. Motherfuckers is doing that today, right now. You get ready to have a bachelor party and you find some motherfucking strippers. You get ready to have a bachelorette party, and then you saw some strippers at another bachelorette party when you was in Miami, and you live in the motherfucking Atlanta, and you saying, oh, get that team of male strippers and fly their ass there to Atlanta so we can have us a bachelorette party like my homegirl did. So You can't be throwing people in jail for that. The strippers at the club, they don't supposed to be having sex in the champagne room. So what normally happens is they call them at the big party. They're like the DJ at the club. They're like the bottle girl at the club. Hey, bottle girl, you're doing a good job. Hey, waitress, you're doing a good job. I'm getting ready to have a party at my house. I want you to come, waitress at my house. I'm going to give you a couple dollars there. Everybody, that's the American way. You make money. But if that's a law where you can't get the strippers out of the strip club and take them, it's news to me. Hopefully y'all ass don't go to jail because a lot of y'all doing that shit right now. So that's Puff Daddy. He's getting ready to go to court, man. Hey, look, whatever happens in the situation, I know one of the assistants who's going to testify. And I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to leave it like that. And I'll let them people go testify and they write their books and all that. But I'm going to just say this, right? My friends always ask me, Luke, why you don't have a driver? Luke, why you don't travel with your assistant? Luke, why you don't, I got road managers, I got security, all that shit. Why you don't travel with security and all that? What I've learned in this business, ain't nobody can tell on you but you. I've learned in this business to, everybody trying to write a book. Everybody got a book deal. The celebrity did this, they got a book deal. I was the security. He's online talking shit about why he got fired. Oh, I was the manager, Celine or some shit like that. You want to kill the fucking artist, or you want to feel like you taking the artist's money. Every only person that cannot write or do a movie or a book is the fucking lawyer. He can't do it. But everybody else, the security, the girlfriend, the road manager, everybody is doing books. So, the driver, I heard him over say this here, because they could do it. They can do a fucking book or do a story all day long. And that's what normally happens. So I don't want people in my fucking business. So I drive my ass around and I go to certain type of places where I don't have to be dealing with the riffraff because I am 6'3" and I have a fuse and I know I got a fuse and I don't need no security to fight my battles. I get security to be with me to keep me from the public because motherfuckers say something slick out the mouth. I ain't got no problem putting them up. And I know I have that in me. So I try to stay. My daddy always told me fools rush in where wise men never go. And so I try not to go into those type of places where I have to then do what I have to do because I don't got no problem with that. I run 5 miles. I keep myself in shape. Y'all see I'm shrinking in shit right now. But you got all these people. This guy's getting ready to have a whole bunch of people testify against him who he paid, who worked for him. He's not going to, it's going to be tough to get out of the arsonist thing and, get out of the beating the girl up in the elevator, all that kind of stuff that you got to pay the cost. You got to deal with that. Those are things that you're going to have to deal with. You touch a woman, that's what you're going to have to deal with. Unlike Donald Trump, you got to run for president of the United States and hope that you get immune. Well, he didn't get immune from prosecution. He's going to be sentenced. Yes, he is. I think it's going to happen this week. He was convicted, and he's going to get sentenced. He's not going to get any jail time, unfortunately. But that's how the system works. What we've learned throughout the last few years that the system works for people who have money that's white, and the system don't work for people who have money that's black. So if you're black and you got money, stay your ass out of harm's way. You're still black. You're still a nigga to them. I'm just keeping it a buck. So don't get yourself jammed up in no bullshit. Elon Musk lost a lot of fucking money. He's over $1 trillion. The American people said, Elon, we got a fucking problem with what you trying to do. I'm really thinking, like, is this shit really worth it for Elon? I mean, what is he getting paid at Doge? To lose billions of dollars? I know he has all these contracts that he's trying to protect. Because if somebody else were to get into that seat that he's in, then it would be a possibility of them eliminating his contracts. But that's how shit works. That's how United States government works. You put your money on a candidate. It's like betting on a horse or betting on your favorite team or parlaying. I don't know what the fuck parlay mean, but I just hear all my friends talking, I got to go with the parlay. You bet on a candidate. And the candidate with the most money is the candidate that wins. So you put your money on that candidate, and the reason you're putting your money on that candidate is because you're trying to get something out of it. No, when you put your money on, you don't win the money right then. You may have owned some electric car company, and you're getting $300 and $400 million in government money. You don't want that to go away. You don't want some jackass getting in the seat, and then you got to continuously fight that jackass from taking your fucking grant money away. So Elon Musk, I got to protect the money that's coming to Tesla. I got to protect all these grant monies, that's SpaceX money I'm getting from the government. I got to protect all this shit right here. So I got to get my happy ass over there. So that's why he's doing that. But he didn't expect to come in here with this backlash and to lose trillions of dollars off Tesla. He thought we was like really stupid. He thought people were stupid. I don't condone going out and vandalizing a person's business because you have a problem with their political views. But what the fuck did you think was going to happen when you start firing people? Oh, I thought the Democrats were so nice of a people and that they don't get down like this. You know, I just know the Republicans, we get down like this. You know, we over here with the Aryan Nation and the KKK and all these fucking right-wing, all right motherfuckers. We storm capitals and shit. But I never know the Democrats to do that. Really? Well, Elon, you got another thought coming, buddy. And why is immigrant ass ain't fucking being deported? I don't know. I just be wondering about shit. I'm telling you, I really be wondering about shit. The NBA playoffs is coming, baby. NBA playoffs is coming. The one team I do want to see lose is the Golden State Warriors. I don't want to see Jimmy Butler winning a motherfucking thing. I don't want to see that motherfucker winning nothing. I love Steph Curry. I love Draymond Green. I love the coach. I love Golden State. I love my dog E40 and all them, but I do not want to see Jimmy Butler winning a motherfucking thing. I actually turn the fucking volume off when that motherfucker is playing because the fucking commentators have a way of dick riding this dude. Jimmy Butler this. The motherfucker ain't got but 7 points. You're making it seem like he the next coming to Christ and he did some bitch shit. How he left the Heat. I said it. Some bitch shit. And Jimmy, we don't want you down here anymore. Stay your ass wherever the fuck you at. Don't come to Miami. We don't like you. You go over to South Beach where all the fucking groupie ass people at, then that's fine. You go over there and deal with them groupie motherfuckers, but do not bring your ass on the mainland. Niggas ain't fucking with you like that, Jimmy. Stay your pussy ass away from here. We don't like you. I want to see y'all lose. Just that motherfucking simple. And then the Heat, we're in the play-in. We got a long road to go. Heat, let's go do what you got to do. But I really think it's going to be them boys in Oklahoma. Them motherfuckers is balling out. For some reason in the world, Oklahoma keep a good team. They have a way of drafting good players that go there and focus on basketball. Maybe because there ain't shit going on in Oklahoma City. Maybe because they don't have no beaches. They ain't got no fly-ass clubs. They ain't got all these distractions that the players that they get can focus on the shit at hand. That is why Oklahoma players are always successful, whether it was fucking Kevin Durant, Westbrook, James Harden, that crew was at elite at the time when they were there. Because when you look at that crew of guys, they had nothing else to do. They weren't in the national spotlight because nobody's trying to put Oklahoma on TV every night. And they focused and they won and they did what they had to do. Same way all these young guys are doing. That's a large part of it. Has to do with focus. That's the biggest problem wrong with the Miami Dolphins. You get the wrong guys and they can't focus because what they do, they get caught up in the booby trap and the fucking tootsies and all the strip clubs, and then they go marry stripper bitches who done fucked everybody in town, and then they find themselves caught up in a pickle, and then before you know it, they realize that they got a thought, and then they going crazy, or they're hanging out in the club all night with thoughts. Then are they trying to get thoughts, the strippers to abort the babies and shit because they done laid up and went bareback for the bare facts, and then now they try to go out there on Sunday and play fucking football and they can't function. You see them goddamn Russians and all that shit at Sunrise. The Panthers keep winning and winning and winning. Them motherfuckers ain't trying to go in the motherfucking booby trap. Which I love booby trap, by the way. Shots out the booby trap. Hey, you go up in that motherfucker, you better have a head on a swivel and know what the fuck you doing, because other than that, you will get caught up in the movie. Those things, and they'll look absolutely beautiful. It is some things up in there. Part of the reason why our buddy Puff Daddy is out there in the thing, because of the booby trap girls, boy, they get your ass in trouble. They'll get you a federal case, and they'll get your ass a baby. Oh, man, speaking of babies, man, that young fella in Minnesota, he paid all the money. He's like, fuck this shit. I don't want to have nothing to do with the baby, which I think is wrong. I'm going to just pay your ass all the child support. What he should have did would have been gangster. What he should have did was this. He should have went to the woman and said, listen, this some trap shit. You told me you was on birth controls and you wasn't. I'm a witness of that. I'm responsible. I've had several situations where I say, are you on birth control? And they say, yeah. And I say, let me see the fucking pack. And they show me the pack. And then I saw the pills out. And all of a sudden, you're pregnant? That don't happen. This shit on the back of this shit said 99.1%. And you are not in the 1%. And if you was in the 1%, motherfucker, go play the lottery. So, yes, he should have did this. Because the child ain't got nothing to do with this shit. I'm serious. I mean, down the line, the child is going to be there. He should have just told the woman, look, let me pay you off all the money. Give me the child. I don't want to have nothing to do with your ass, because you, with this trap baby shit, give me my baby. I'm going to give you all this money. Get the fuck on down the road, because I don't want you raising her with me. I don't want to have nothing to do with you, if that's the case. And did that. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell people what to do, but because I am, hey, look, I pay my share of child support, $2,500 a month times what? Five kids. Only have a relationship with a couple. So be it. That is what life is all about. And I want to say to all these women, let the fathers have a relationship with the kids. Don't intervene. Don't talk bad about the daddies, and daddies don't talk bad about the mothers to the kids, because these kids are innocent in all this. They're, look, the young fella, he paid all this money up front. He said they don't want to have nothing to do with nobody or nothing like that. In the end, that is his child. That's just my opinion, of that situation. That's just my opinion. I can only be held to my opinion, because I know how it is when you're that age and you feel like you've been tricked. And you got lawyers coming after you for the bullshit. I did some shit that a lot of y'all probably don't remember, but if you're my age, you do remember it or somewhere around. In one of my child support battles, I think I sent the lawyer pennies. I made a lump sum child support payment in pennies. I fucking called Brinks, Wells Fargo or Brinks or one of them motherfuckers. I say, deliver this penny pinching ass fucking lawyer this payment in pennies. Mix the pennies and nickels, ups and dimes, and let this motherfucker go. Obviously, they took my ass back to court, and they told the judge, and the judge, this Mr. Campbell is making child support payments in pennies. What the fuck? And I stood my black ass up there and say, Judge, last time I checked, that's U.S. currency. They put that shit all over the news. When you go Google it, Luther Campbell paid child support in pennies. I did it because I was fucking mad. So I know how I was mad because I feel like it was a money grab and it was penny pinching every little thing and all this. And it wasn't to benefit the child. It was more to benefit the individual, which that shit is real out there. And I tell all these young fellas out here, and I see that a lot of young fellas allegedly are dating girls and they're losing their careers. The girls are leaving them in a public way, even in college right now. They're leaving them in a public way. They're not built or equipped to deal with it, and the little white boy agent and do boys who are running around them are not built and equipped to have that conversation with these young men about what they're getting ready to get into and the bullshit that's be ahead of them. And I just say this, man, it's a real dangerous world out here today. Get you some people around you in your life who's gonna keep it a buck. And for some of you people who are getting ready to get into a lot of money, and some of you college ball players who are in a lot of money right now, what you're getting right now is the money all up front, because you ain't never gonna make this type of money again in your life unless you get lucky. I'm lucky, and there are other people who are lucky, because as a black man in America, you don't supposed to have a motherfucking thing, and you are supposed to lose everything. You're supposed to gain everything through sports, entertainment, politics, or whatever it may be, and you're supposed to lose it to some unscrupulous lawyer who does not look like you or accountant. They're going to go get together, and they're going to rob you and try to take all your shit. That's if you're smart. If you're smart, you can overcome it. They're going to allow you to go and fuck around with all these goddamn things around here. They ain't going to coach you up. They ain't going to tell you the hard, honest truth, and you need to be prepared to deal with the hard, honest truth. Because if a person ain't telling you, if they ain't giving you their opinion, they ain't going to tell you what to do. But they need to have somebody around you to say, hey, look here, young fella, you sure that's what you want to do? You sure? Just say a few words to give them an ideal of this woman or this thing that you got running around with, or these friends that you run around with. They ain't really friends like that. You finna get yourself in a world of fucking trouble. Y'all see a bunch of these athletes right now who daddy and mama are fans. And the kid is losing money. It is too many fan parents out here right now that they scared as to death to be a fucking parent to your kid. You see it in the NBA. You see it in the NFL. Parents, stop being fucking fans. Sit your child down and say, hey, look at man. Look at man. Look here. Look here, young lady. You see it in the WNBA. You see it in the motherfucking NBA. You see it in the NFL. You see it everywhere. The parents are fucking fans because they're worried about being cut the fuck off. I don't want to say shit. I'm gonna be the biggest cheerleader. I don't want to say shit. I want this motherfucker to cut me off. No. Be satisfied with yourself. You ain't, hey, look here, man, you cut me off. I don't give a fuck. I got a shitload of players that made it. The ones who are successful are the ones who got a great relationship with me right now today. The ones who are not are the ones who I say, yo, homeboy, you hanging out with the wrong motherfuckers right there. Cortez Kennedy came into my house. God bless his soul. And he had some little skinny ass, high yellow ass freak. And then he said, Luke, what you think? I'm about to marry her. And I said, huh? I said, where the fuck did you meet her at? And I said, where you met him? What you see? What you like in him? She couldn't answer it. I said, man, get this freak out of my motherfucking house, man. This bitch here trying to rob you for your fucking money. That's a real friend. That's a real friend. Now, did he come back the next time? Hey, you ain't got to come back because I'm not going to be your fan. I'm going to be your real friend. I'm going to be a real parent. I'm going to give it to you blood raw. And if you can't fucking handle it, I'm going to be a good mentor. When I represented players, look, motherfucker, you hanging out with the wrong crew. That shit going to cost you. And the ones who listen are the ones who are still successful today without playing football, out of football, out of sports. I was sitting there at Gil Green's event the other night. And Pitbull, shouts out to Gil Green. I love your movie. Pitbull, he was talking about Pitbull and how Pitbull is and all this and everything because Pitbull gave him 7 songs and said, I need you to do videos on it, which was a unique thing. And Gil made a decision that he wanted to make a short movie on it, which was a real clever way of using the music and all that, which is great. And Gil started talking about Pitbull and the things and how he works and how he operates. And I'm just sitting there laughing in the back. Now, I'm in the back. And most of the people around him who've been around him when I discovered him, they always call him Lil Luke. And as Gil is talking, I'm saying the things that I know Pitt is going to say, would say to him. Because Pitt sat there and he listened. He fucking sucked it all in. He listened. That is why he's a successful music artist and businessman right now today, because this music shit goes in and comes out. It's no different than sports. But if you don't have your business mind connected, then you'll lose it all somewhere down the line. And we have seen a whole bunch of people lose it all along with their fucking mind because they let the business consume them. Because they stayed on stage when they were off the stage. Oh, shit, that's a gem. They stayed on stage when they were off the stage. See, you in the business, you want to be off stage. That's why I dress like this. I'm getting ready to go to football practice right now. Hang out with the kids. I got my shorts on. Had to take my shirt off because I didn't want to be talking this shit with a high school shirt on and all that, because you got haters and shit out there. Luther is talking this shit. And no. But that's, if you're not good to somebody, if you can't give somebody some good fucking hardcore truth about what this life has to offer, then you're not doing anything. And I'm going to leave y'all on this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still celebrating the 40-year anniversary of Southern Hip Hop, which I created here in the South. And we're going to have some more podcasts about how we did that. We got some beautiful things coming up later on. Each and every week, we're going to do 3 podcasts. We replay them in its entirety. But thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Go to my YouTube page, Uncle Luke TV. Go over there, check it out, and you know, log in, be a fan. Also, if you want to find me on Instagram and Twitter, Instagram and Twitter is Uncle Luke Real One. TikTok, which I fucking hate. I'll be happy when they throw it off. I love the fan and the engagement, but they just flag everything. Meet me on TikTok, Uncle Luke, the real Uncle Luke over there, and come hang out with me. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. I enjoyed this moment, and I'll be back, God willing. Have a good day, all of you.
Make the booty go, 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 pop, pop, make the booty go, pop, pop. I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.